Alright, so in this video, I was playing some Community World 20 seconds, no move, to see how long it would take me to get a 5K in that time. So yeah, on a Community World, a slightly easier map, on a setup I wasn't completely used to, but yeah, so that was round one, Europe. This round two, obviously didn't think I'd be able to get it, but I got some Queensland vibes, and so I went north and scanned for like a highway with the bridge. Mine didn't really make any sense, but that's what I was going for. And yeah, I was playing these games in the library at my school, so I couldn't really record there because my mouse is broken, so I had to use the mouses there, but it is what it is. Next round, kind of got a nice coastal guess in Indonesia, but wasn't ever going to 5K that. This one, Ukraine, I've never done any practice on Ukraine. I just said, let me just go to a highway that lines up. That one was not divided, but I was like, why not? I probably should have speed run these ones that I had no chance on, like that Taiwan, where it's just free south, but Cambodia as well, just click middle. This one, honestly, I had some hope about because I mapped Kyrgyzstan somewhat recently, and so I was kind of looking for the mountain roads, and I thought about the one it actually was, but I didn't go there. That one's kind of baity for me because I forget it doesn't have the special mirror, but it still looks mountainous, so honestly that was definitely very gettable if I knew that was that road, because that's kind of the only spot with the intersection. Next one's Rwanda. I'm like, there's no way I get this, but I'm just gonna say it's Eastern Kigali, and I think it was Butare. I don't know how to pronounce that, but I'm pretty sure I was off here, not even in Kigali. But yeah, next round, some of these I kind of just didn't even think too much. If I just didn't know it, I just clicked. So this one actually was kind of northern Denmark. I got the vibe. This one, did I go wait, it was Germany. Okay, yeah, I don't know what I was thinking there, but again, not a 5K round. This one, I got an Antalya vibe from the mountains. I figured this one is possible to 5K, but probably difficult. So I just kind of looked something south of Antalya with mountains west. And I didn't, make a great choice. Was that findable? Potentially. Next round, this was Denmark again. I went north, or sort of north, it's not. This one, I took a decent bit of time on this Malaysia round because I was like, sometimes they have place names in these rounds. I was like, well, honestly, it felt like Borneo, but I was like, I guess higher probability that it's not. But it was actually Sabah, so not a great guess. Next round was Russia. At this point, I'm just like, there's no chance. And I can't even read Cyrillic, so I just clicked. This round, road 236. I made a pretty bad guess here because I was just like, I don't know, I was really confused. I guess I looked at the hill and thought it was drier than it was, and so I went like Washington on like Wyoming or something like that. This one, Guatemala, I kind of messed this one up. It's a divided road, and it's in the mountains, so I figured it's possible. Going out, I figured it's like outskirts of Guatemala City, which it was, but I didn't realize, I thought we'd be going down into the city, and we were going kind of like up into the city. I don't know. This one was very frustrating because I knew the road immediately in San Luis, and I think I might have switched off of it, this one, so I was like, oh my gosh, okay, this is possible. And then I was like, this makes some sense. So I click there, and then I look at this, I zoom in. Oh, is it there? Is it there? Oh, it's not. It was actually one more down. But I don't think that would have been enough for 5K, but very close on the right road. This one was a free Senegal. We were on a major roundabout, so I know there's a main highway that goes from Dakar to TS and even to Tuba, and so I was just looking for like a big spot there. That's kind of all I was thinking. So I just clicked one of those. It didn't really line it up very well, but apparently it's not. Apparently it's south there. This one, honestly, I was a little confused about first. I was like, surely this is Canaries with the soil. But then I was like, wait, is there even a 1% chance this is Crete and it's Crete antenna? But it was not. And so then I just go Canaries, and I don't know if this road was findable, maybe, but I didn't really have enough time to look. 772 area code. This one, it said West Virginia Division of Forestry, and it said Linside, I think. And so I was like, okay, this one is definitely possible, but I think the town is going to be too small to find. So I look around a little bit, and I do not find it. So I just click down south. It is kind of down south. If I'd like scanned that region, I would have been able to find Linside, and it would have been possible. But it's a small town, so I didn't scan it. This one, just some meta here. So Puerto Rico, and then San Juan outskirts makes sense. What was this one? This one looks like Colombia. I think it was Colombia. Some hills going on. Not a very 5K-able round. It was actually Ecuador. This next one, again, northern Philippines. I did get the vibe, so not bad. And then this one, I think I fucked this one up. But that sign looks like it would have been super useful. I was like, this surely looks like Hungary, but then it was really hilly, but it was downtown Budapest. But the sign there would have been really useful. Obviously, Japan, can't really get anything there. This one, there are some useful signs, but not like in my view, So it's Malaysia, and it looked to me like Sabah. So I was like, I didn't even think about the road angle. I was just like, I'm just going to click an intersection. And it was actually the main road way far east. So I don't know, maybe possible. This one, I was like, okay, this looks like the Lesotho Mountains. I was like, I'm going to zoom in, see if I can find anything around here. I found a road angle that works, but not an intersection that works. And so I looked for something. And then, I looked at the round, and the intersection on the map does line up pretty well. This one, don't know why there's Czechia here. Where did I go? I went Czechia. Was it Czechia? I think it was Slovakia. Yeah, or no, I don't know. Hungary maybe. This one was Russia. I probably got super far off. Yeah, I was just trolling there. Not trolling, I just bet Russia. This one, honestly, weird coverage, but I think with the antenna and stuff, Italy made some sense in this winter. So it's kind of central near the parks. Next one, I think this was the U.S. Obviously no 5K'ing this. I think it was a Massachusetts plate that I failed to register. This one, Lithuania. I say, why don't I region guess? This next one, I saw the cross. I knew this was Colombia. And then my vibes were telling me it was a northern city. So I was like, okay, this can't be one of the major cities, so it's probably a small town. So San Jacinto even looked a little bit big for me. But I was like, one of these red angles is like slightly lines up, so it was just more north. This one was really bad, honestly. I need to learn my southern Chile, because this one's on a bridge, and it looks pretty distinct. So I think this one was findable, but you know me, I did not find it. And I think it was way more south of where I went, I'm pretty sure. It was quite a bit further south on Yellow Road. So one of the main roads with coverage there. But I don't know it well enough. This next one, just a turkey. This one had some promise to it. It looked like northern Ghana, which I have done some practice of. I couldn't really see any signs, though. It said P.O. Box. I just couldn't really read it very well. And so I went I didn't check the tape type, because that would have actually really helped. Maybe could have, because the tape doesn't go all the way up to wall, or the white thing. But it didn't. Anyways, we got a UK there. Not helpful. US, that felt kind of southern for being there. This one, I was like, okay, I think this trike is a southern one, and it did look like southern mountains and a bunch of palms. So I was like, this looks like the east coast of the southern one, which I immediately start scanning. Or I've seen something on like Leche that looks kind of similar. I couldn't end up finding anything, but actually, it was further south than I considered, but generally in the right region. This one was another US, I'm pretty sure. The Playhouse. Hell yeah. Sounds like a spot I'd want to go to. Anyways, I think I just clicked Philadelphia, even though there's a front plate. This one, pretty cool coverage. I mean, if you know, I think the soil and the mountains are pretty cool. But if you know your Greenland, this could be where the video ends for sure. But I didn't. I knew it wasn't where I clicked, but I had to click a town, and it was just another random town. This one, coastal city. If I had more time and looked at the sign earlier, I might have been able to get it. So Ioannina, I was like, oh, okay, that's big. I know that. And then it took me a second to like realize where it was, and then it was already too late. And then Arta, I don't know why I didn't see that on the map. This one was definitely 5K-able. I wish I'd kind of redone that one. This one was not 5K-able, so I just click. And then this one is Jordan. I think I made about a mistake here. I mean, it's a city, so I was like, you probably don't click Amman, so you have a better chance of getting it right if you're just trying to 5K. And so Madaba made some sense. That one was not possible. This one I am a little frustrated myself for. I was like, this looks very touristy. Maybe I can see with something. And then I see, holy fuck, that's Fuji. So I zoom into Fuji, but I have like 10 seconds now. And once I get there, I'm like, direction south. So I'm like, okay, it could be this road. We're like really damn close. Like, it could be this white road here. But I couldn't find anything. And then I didn't even go to the main POI there. I don't know. It said Fuji Subaru something. But I didn't even click on the main POI, so I don't get that. This one was more frustrating. I think it says Guandacol. And I'm like, I've heard of Guandacol. It's a tiny town. But it takes me a long time to find it. And then I do find it. And then I'm like, okay, we're on an intersection. I should have looked when it curves. So I clicked too close to the curve. But I clicked the first intersection I saw. And I could have looked at the intersection shape. It was a bit different. But I'm so close there. And that's where it should have ended. But it continues into this round right here, which is Estonia, but not gettable, although kind of a bigger highway. Pretty good score there. This next one, I get a turkey, and I see the mountain, and I'm like, okay, there's one eastern mountain that looks like that. There's one, I think, near Kayseri area. I was just trying to figure it out. I knew this wasn't going to line up. I didn't actually think it would be the major mountain there. I was thinking of something else. This one I'm also frustrated about. Big car meta. I know this is Puerto Williams, so I zoom into Puerto Williams, and 10 seconds to find it. But what I'm looking for, it's looked like a little park or plaza, and I just could not find that on the map for some reason. So I didn't line up the road angle because I was like, I'm just going to look for that POI. And it does show up if you zoom in further, but I thought it would be like covered in green and stuff. This one, I don't know. It was Ukraine, but... and then we get another Baltic here. I actually make a pretty good guess. This one, I was like, oh, this could be gettable. It looks different. And then I saw the wire, which I know is near Mombasa, but I also kind of forgot that it was west of Mombasa. So I was like, this doesn't make sense to me. But I was like, this is what I got right now. So I just clicked somewhere over there, and then it was Savo Park. Yeah, and here we get India. I think that might be a Tamil Nadu pole paint, but it looks enough like Tamil Nadu for me to send. That one, wrong side of Philippines. This one, not 5K-able again. Did I click the wrong one? Yes. I should look at my pole tops. This one, I was like, oh my gosh, we're like in a city. Like, this is so possible. It's Peru, and I'm just like looking for... Oh, is Villanueva a thing? Nah, I don't know. I was just looking for something, and I just didn't ever find anything. I was like, fuck it, I'll just go Cusco. And it was as far away as it could be from Cusco. This one, I just thought it was, like, I knew it wasn't 5K-able, so I was like, I'll go Hungary. This one, I've mapped some Ecuador bollards, but I failed to remember which one. This one, I was like, is this south, or is this, like, central? And then I look at the road, and it says the E4, I think, on the sign, and I'm like, what the fuck? E4. It ends up being kind of general region I'm in, but wrong. This one I think I should have gotten maybe better, because I was like, this doesn't look like any of the green mountains I'm very familiar with in Peru, which should point you to the south maybe then. So it is that main highway, but I didn't really get it. And then this one was the Philippines. This one here, I just instant send. This one, I was like, okay, 1% chance I get this because it has the national park antenna, and I've seen some stuff like this in like forests in Florida, so that made sense. It was actually southern Georgia. This one, I've actually seen this before. Not the round, but the west of Kiev main highway. But for some reason, I don't decide to go on it. I don't think I was getting it, though. This one was, I could tell it was the Ulan-Ude haze coverage. And then I know most of it's south of Ulan-Ude, so I just scanned for kind of like towns. We could be smaller towns that we could be like right in the middle of. And I was like, this one doesn't really line up. But it was the best I had, so it ended up being very close to Ulan-Ude, but kind of in a smaller town that I was thinking of. Immediate Spain vibes here. I think I clicked in France. This one I was like, oh my god, because I messed this up so many times, but I was so positive this was that little thing east of Christchurch. And I was like, oh fuck, which little bay is it? I can't tell. But I was like, okay, there's one there. So I was like, that's possible. I clicked way far north. I don't know what I was thinking with that one. But it's just another bay. So that one, I'm glad I got the region guess. This one, I immediately recognized Cordoba San Luis border. I kind of forgot which road, though, it was. I was like, damn, wait, which road is this? Like, this coverage is so distinct. But I clicked on the border, and it was, like, obviously very close. But I wasn't on the road, I don't think. This next one, I just clicked. This one, I actually could have gone. It says Krakatau or something, and then I see Bandar Lampung. And so I know, obviously, that. And then I was like, okay, well, it should probably be near the city. Just look for highways. And I didn't really have a lot of time and couldn't find anything. So I didn't really make a great guess there. But then I think, oh, well, that wasn't the town name. But it might have been findable. This one, I get the New Brunswick vibes. I have practiced a decent bit of Ghana. I was like, Bikwai, I know Bikwai. But for some reason, I just could not find it. I think it was the time pressure. But, like, I know Bikwai. Like, I totally should have gotten that. I'm not sure I would have 5K'd, but it was definitely possible. This one, major city. I figured if I found a city name, there's a chance I could just plonk in the major urban area. And then I see it's Italy, but I honestly have no idea. I was like, I don't know what the cities look like, so I click south, and it's not south. This one, pretty free PEI, so I'm like, just gonna trust it. And there is an intersection, so like hypothetically it's scannable, but there's just so many roads, and I didn't even find anything that lined up. So I just went with something that didn't make sense, and it was something that did make sense, because obviously. This one, it says Doimadik, and then I'm like, okay, I have an idea of the region, and I zoom in, and I'm like, maybe I find Doimadik. Doimadik was actually on my screen. That was genuinely possible, but I honestly didn't think I had any chance of it, so don't mind that guess right there. But this is the one I got. I was like, okay, Makaili, I gotta look for that. I'm pretty sure it's the road north. And then I find Makaili because I've looked at this dirt road quite a bit, practiced some Ghana, and then I'm like, this is the only intersection. I'm like, there's no way I get this wrong. Surely this is right. And it's the 5K. So I'm really excited, and I'm like on round 4 or 5. So I'll just play the seed out. But that was like, finally. Then this one, I get assigned for Tayabamba, and I'm like, okay, I'm not going to find this. But I'm like, I know the Bambas are around here. I've seen some Bambas, and it looks like a mountain town in northern Peru. And then at the very end, I see Tayabamba, and I click on it. And I should have clicked on the white roads because it's not the main road. I'm 181 meters away, but it's still a 5K on this map. So that was pretty sick to get 2 5Ks in a row.